The Sharks' offseason moves have been explained as GM Mike Grier faces the media and talks about why he made these decisions and moves this offseason. Plus, they make another sneaky signing. You're not going to want to miss this episode of Sharks Digest. We're going to break all this stuff down for you guys. But before we dive into that, just got to say 66% of you guys watching this aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're a big Sharks fan, want to stay up on the latest news around this team, make sure down below and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything on the San Jose Sharks. But with that said, we got some big news out of San Jose from Mike Grier over the weekend, talking about why he made some of these decisions. But before we get into that, we've seen another great veteran pickup from Mike Grier as we take a look from Curtis Pachelka on Twitter. Great follow if you are a San Jose Sharks fans, saying obviously Jeff Skinner has signed a one-year contract worth $3 million with the San Jose Sharks, and this is another deal that I really do like. I mean, looking at Jeff Skinner last season, he had 16 goals, 13 assists for 29 points in 72 games, but he did really ramp up in the playoffs when he did get into those games. He was finding himself bouncing in and out of the lineup a lot during the playoffs, but when he was in the games, he was very impactful, and he's a guy who, you know, Jeff Skinner, it was his first time in the playoffs, I believe, this past season, because he spent his whole career with the Buffalo Sabres, and now coming to San Jose, he's obviously a pure goal scorer. That's what you're getting with Jeff Skinner. He's a guy who's going to put the puck in the back of the net a lot, so having him paired with a lot of young playmakers like Macklin Celebrini, Michael Misa, Will Smith, William Eklund is only going to help boost his value for trade deadline, or potentially help this team get out of the bottom of the Pacific as we seen last season. So another great veteran signing here. I think what we've seen from Mike Grier so far this season this offseason is a lot of great veteran pickups that I think is, you know, really impacting the mold of this team, and they're kind of starting to look like, you know, a full rebuild. They're kind of looking like a team that could make some noise this offseason. That's what I'm expecting. You know, if they go out this season and, you know, they're looking good at the trade deadline to a spot where if they go on a run towards the last half of the season, they could make the playoffs. I think we may see this team stick together, and we might see them, you know, maybe buy instead of sell, because I think this team right now, you got Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith going into their second years, both after having great second halves, both having great showings at the World Championship. I think these guys are going to have a career year this year, way better than what they had last year. And now pairing them up with veteran guys that can bury the puck and really play with them is definitely a great thing to have. But we did hear, like I said, Mike Grier explain some of these moves he did make, again from Curtis Pachelka on Twitter. Talking about the power play, he said at times last year we were trying to put square pegs in round holes. We were talking to the coaches. They had some ideas of what they needed for the power play, and I think obviously the big thing that they did to improve the power play was bringing in a guy like John Klingberg. This is a guy who has quarterback power plays on almost every team he has been on, so having that experience from the blue line on the power play, cycling the puck, finding his forwards down low, and just creating, you know, that cycle so that, you know, you can free up a shot and catch, you know, a penalty kill lacking on a lapse of defense. That is what you're getting out of John Klingberg, and that was a big acquisition in my mind, because like you said, last year the power play was kind of tough to see, and obviously now bringing a guy like Jeff Skinner in, I think he will be on the power play too, no doubt about it, so that's only going to help the power play as well. So they did a lot of things here by bringing in these veteran guys that will help out both power play units, and I really like this from Mike Grier. I think having such an experienced guy who's on the power play in John Klingberg is really only going to help this team. And he did go on to talk about if he's done shopping. He said, I would say we're probably finished, but I guess you never know. If there's a trade scenario that pops up as we go here and something that's enticing, we'll definitely look into it. And I think right now, with the way the San Jose Sharks are structured at this point in time, they do have kind of a surplus of Forwards, they have like Ostapachuk and Bystad and Michael Misa. There's so many guys that aren't even worked into this lineup yet. And I definitely do think that there will be a trade to come. I mean, just looking at this right now, I do have Michael Misa in this lineup on the second line with Will Smith moved to the right wing. But right now, I mean, obviously you got guys like Kurashev, Gaudette, Dellandrea, but there's a lot of guys who were in this lineup last year, a lot of younger guys that came up from the AHL and really made an impact that aren't in this lineup as of now. So maybe we do see a move before then, but I think as of now, I really do like this lineup, and I think trading one of these guys away will hurt you more than it would help you in developing some young talent. So I'm on the side of not making a trade, but I know there's a lot of Sharks fans out there that are on the side of, yeah, let's get rid of one of these forwards and let one of the young guys come up. But I definitely think you need Michael Misa in this lineup, no doubt about it. I think you sign this guy to his entry-level deal. Let him go out this season, see what he can prove. I mean, he's coming off a 130-plus point season in the OHL, so you got to let this guy go out and see what he can do, definitely, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about it. Love to hear your guys' opinion down below in the comment section. But keep going on here from Max Miller, switching it up here, talking about why Thrun was the odd man out in the defensive core, why he got traded. He said, we looked at the guys we brought in and just looked at the year that Shakir had and the year that Sam Dickinson had. He said even how Sam Dickinson looked at developmental camp, even though it's just a short 3 days, he's looked like someone who's going to be ready to at least be pushed for this opportunity. And this has been something I've been preaching here on the channel for quite some time, is Sam Dickinson is ready. I mean, he just won CHL Defenseman of the Year. That is not an easy feat by any means. He is ready to come up and show what he is all about here in the NHL, and Mike Grier and the front office is obviously taking notice of this. They've seen him in development camp, and they're like, wow, this guy looks way better than what I did last season. And he decides to make the move to get Thrun out so Sam Dickinson can get some minutes in this lineup. So I love this. I've wanted to see Sam Dickinson in this lineup for this upcoming season for a long time, and now we're kind of getting a little bit of confirmation, not full confirmation, that there's something in the works here. And looking at the D-core at this point in time, I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, you got Ferraro, Liljegren, one of my favorite deep pairings we've seen last season. New guys in with Orlov and Klingberg, Letty as well on the right side, but I do have Sam Dickinson here on the third pairing, and I think what we will see throughout this season is Nick Leddy and Shakir Mukhamadullin rotate in and out, because I don't think Leddy is going to be a full-time staple to this blue line. I think he's a guy who's going to come in and out of this lineup. If he's having a bad streak, we're going to see Shakir in for a few games. If Mukhamadullin's having a bad couple of games, we're going to see Letty drop back in. I think that's how this defense core is going to look, but I think either with Letty or with Shakir, Sam Dickinson would find a lot of success, and I really want to see him in a Sharks uniform this season. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think about these offseason moves by Mike Grier? What's your favorite one? Love to hear from you guys down below. And what do you think about Sam Dickinson potentially starting this season? Because I'm a big fan of it, and I know a lot of you guys are too. Love to hear from you down below. But if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any Sharks news. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.